Never apologize for being awesome.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Doo-doo. And we're live. And what we really need is like theme music or theme barking. Hit it, Balder. He's ignoring me. Welcome to. Yeah, exactly.
Does that
Well,
work?
no. That was Jr.
No, I know. I was excited for a moment.
Yeah, he's laying down. He's very tired. I had to take him, to get his energy out first. But I want to say welcome and good afternoon to everybody. For we are sci-fi writers playing old school D&D. Today we are doing part 2 of the Doom Seekers Go to Hell. Where we have our Doom Seeker DM, Mr. James M. Ward. How are you, sir?
Fine. Thank you very much for asking.
I appreciate you showing up. And above him, we have Werdna Phoenix being played by Andrew. How are you, sir?
Hello, welcome to our show.
We have Donovia Gorgas being played by Mr. J.R. Handley.
Good afternoon, everyone.
And he might have written a book or two. And speaking of a book or two, we have the mighty Agent of Chaos, Mr. Chaos Actual himself, Chrometheus, being played by Nick Cole.
Here, you kids want to play some D&D? Let's roll some dice.
There we go. I love that. Hey, Nick, how many books have you written, by the way?
I actually don't count anymore, but let's roughly guess 25.
Oh, well done, sir. I'm so jealous.
I'm not even close to you.
I've only written 6 books in my entire life, but I've written hundreds of game product.
Yeah, see, I haven't done that.
Okay, not yet anyway.
So
My rules would all suck.
So Doom Seekers Go to Hell, otherwise known as Chrometheus is Thursday Night.
Yeah, really.
And we have a pretty clever catchphrase, don't we, Chrometheus?
What?
You came up with it.
Yeah, you came up with it.
Oh, yeah. It was, he said with a mouthful of sandwich.
Excellent.
It was,
Pastrami on rye.
We walk where others fear to tread.
Oh, that's nice. I thought there was something about fisting in there.
Wow. All right, we went there.
That can't be good.
Yeah, really. So a quick recap. Poor old Chrometheus got an assignment from his thief guild to go into the graveyard and rob a paladin's vault. Seemed easy enough to him. He got in there. He found the secret way in, which was very clever of him. And he went down there and he grabbed the hammer, but he also needs the pair of braces. Well, the undead paladin proved to be too much for him. So he went back with the mighty cleric Drohn. And they went in there, and again, no, that didn't work out at all. And so now they decided, hey, let's take the big 4 in the Doomseeker group, and let's really just rake that guy over and get all his goodies. And so that's what you did. You went down there. You were warned, unfortunately, that a god had taken interest in the paladin. And you opened the door, and unfortunately for you all, you've been transported to hell. And you can't teleport out or do anything clever to get out. You're just walking around right now, and you're hoping against hope that you can find some place to get you out of hell, but you know that all you have to do is sit there and swear to return the hammer, and you'll be taken out of hell. But no, not you guys. You don't want to do that. So here we are.
I'd like to point out, like, to the audience, like, remember the first time you ever played an MMO and you made a character and you're like, this is cool, and you decided to join the Thieves Guild, and like your first quest was like, go kill the rats in the basement, and then you're like, I'm gonna get a magic sword, and you got like a rat hat, that did like nothing for your armor class. Like,
Yeah.
literally that's every MMO. My first quest at the Thieves Guild sends me straight to hell. Thanks, Jim Ford. Thanks.
Indeed, my friend, you are dealing with Monty Hall, the original referee, so you get what you deserve.
Oh my goodness. I need to know what a rat hat looks like.
It can't be good.
It can't be
It's
good.
like
Must be
it's
very
probably like
toothy.
a babushka hat, but like made out of rat hair.
Yeah, there we go.
Here is our current map, just so that
Okay.
everyone remembers where we were. We came into the corridor, all that gear was there. We dealt up here. The Grells, in theory, are in this clouded area. We've got to chew on ideas to figure out what we're doing about that.
So now are you guys at the red dot? Is that what you guys think?
Yeah, technically speaking, right.
Okay, very good. You're not really in the chamber.
Correct.
You're
I thought
outside.
it was kind of misty and we couldn't see into it.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm with you. But you got a 4-way there, and there wasn't a 4-way. There's only a curving where you guys
I had it
stand.
as a 3. Sorry, hang on. Let me read it.
Because you didn't find the secret doors is why.
The storycaster who just donated 100 to highlight his text said James fisting the players in hell, only how Gary would have done it. James is just nicer.
There we go. And be sure and tell me when Felix comes on so I can tell him not to Google anything.
He's made your list, I take it.
Yes, he has, right at the top.
Well, it's important to be a winner.
So here we are. What are we all going to do?
There's praying and crying and...
Let me understand quickly. In the corridor,
yes.
moving back to 60 feet, there were 2 other offshoots. Is that accurate?
Okay, so if you go back the way you came,
Mm-hmm.
the corridor first goes east and then it goes south
Yep.
to a 4-way that's northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest.
Got it. Okay. All right. So that still fits with our understanding.
Yeah.
And Chrome, do you remember detecting anything in the room with the mist and fog where the Grells are?
Yeah, there's an intelligent axe in there. There's some good weapons, and I think there's some armor too.
There's rubies in there, and the sword says,
Yeah,
it's all except for the rubies are useless. You guys won't want any of that other stuff.
Well, then I'll happily take it from you there, Swordly. Swordly,
Okay.
big sword face.
Lots of luck with that. There are a few guardians in there.
And
who got the horn?
I have the horn currently.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, and who has the 3 figurines of wondrous power?
Walt has the hawk. I have the other 2.
Okay. Remember, you can't use those until you find the command words.
Right, which I could do with identify if I choose.
Do you have that spell with you?
I do.
Dang it!
Hugs and kisses.
Yeah.
Oh, no. James?
Yeah.
Felix the Swift says, hi.
Felix.
Lord Daedalus said there will be praying and crying and dying while trying.
Yeah, there we go. I like that. Okay, Felix, no Google or you can't play with us. You hear me?
That's just not right.
for a price, can people in the chat come up with the command names for the wondrous figurines?
Okay, but the thing is, I can't reveal them till the spell is used.
Yeah, if they just put it in the chat, we promise not to look.
Yeah, really. Oh, and was it Felix who gave me the barf reference?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
It took me forever to find that creature. He's in trouble already.
So going to with my crystal ball still out, what kind of do I have any sense of the volume? Because a crystal ball with scrying can give you a sense of the number of mines in an area. So scrying 60 feet ahead, what do I get a sense of?
Nothing.
Nothing.
What about my excellent dwarven vision?
It's a fog. It's a deep, thick fog. You can't see through it at all, even with infravision or dark vision.
What if I shout my battle cry and scare it away?
Okay, shout your battle cry and go right in and see what happens.
So, Drohn,
What about Chrometheus's complete indifference to depression?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, you and the
Fog
sword
should
don't,
have no effect on me.
you and the sword don't want to do this room. You think it's
You
silly to do it.
have several auguries.
Mhm.
What I'd like you to do is to cast one, and let's see if we can target some direction. So let's talk about questions that we need so that we can go in the right direction, or better yet, the correct direction. So I think our program starts off, since you get 1, 2, 3. You get you're 7th level now,
I am.
so you'll get 4 questions, yes or no's. So I think you should start with, does this lead to the way out? That's 1. 2, if that's a yes or no, then we have to make a decision. And then 2 would be, from the main corridor, should we go north or west? So we can start eliminating the variables to try.
Okay, how is north and west yes or no?
Well, can't we just say, should we go north? Should we go west? Right, and start eating up our. I mean, obviously our choices are limited, but
there
since
we go.
only have 4
Also,
ways.
do we want to make sure we clarify the most direct way out, as opposed to?
We should enhance. I thought we were told the only way out in the original scrying, so I think we say, does this passageway lead to the only way out?
Okay, I'm waiting for the augury to be cast.
Let's do it.
Are you clear on what we're doing, Drohn? You're good?
Mildly.
Okay, so you're ready for 4 questions. Go ahead.
All right, so the first question was...
Chat.
Oh, there we go. Does this lead to the only way out?
Okay, so we have to define this.
This, you should say corridor.
Does this corridor lead to the only way out?
Okay, we have to define this corridor. I need a direction. I need some more descriptive phrase of the corridor, because in some part of it the answer will be yes, and in most parts of it the answer is no.
How about that?
Does this corridor lead to the only way out beyond the fog ahead of us?
No.
Okay. Good answer.
All right.
How about this?
Did you read Storycaster's comment?
Yeah, in the chat. He's like, he said, "You're in hell. At best, everything lies. This is Monty Hall. The hunt was given. You guys are sci-fi writers. Really, you should have a better grasp on the Jin Wishmaster Twisted Solutions."
There we go. But they don't.
Oh,
I
he's
would just
playing
like
me.
to put forth that we all write science fiction books as a desperate bid to avoid actual work.
I'll buy that.
So the second question: should we proceed north from the previous room to exit?
From the previous room.
The Storycaster's calling us a slow motion train wreck.
yeah, really. That for the first time in your entire divine life, you get a maybe.
What the? Oh my God!
Dimensional portals. I knew it.
I broke Horus.
Yeah, really. You broke him. Yes.
All right. Let's see. Should we proceed west from the previous room to exit?
From the previous room. See, that's a problem for me. Okay, the previous room is down south from you guys.
Correct.
So
we only have 1 corridor that we have a choice from, so we can either go in the former room either west or north.
No, you in the corridor in the former room, there's 4 directions.
If I'm looking at it, okay. So are you seeing northeast, south, the ordinal points instead of the cardinal compass points?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so then we're looking at the map backwards. Here we go. Okay. So then ask about the north. So you only have 2 left. So ask about either the northwest or the southwest.
So same question with northwest.
I
gotta cross off that spell.
Well, there's a yes.
All right, so it looks like we're heading northwest.
But it sounds doubtful in the yes.
So this is really more like the question, the magic ball,
The 8-ball, yes.
the magic 8-ball.
Yes, sir, it is.
Signs
Yes.
point to, so when we're looking for love and signs point to yes,
Yeah.
that's maybe not so much.
I should definitely put that in the game.
We should. We should.
There is such a thing. It's called the question ball, and it's owned by the Perimander, which is one of the. It's the chaotic neutral anti-paladin creature. So-
No anti-paladin that I'm familiar with.
Dragon Magazine 6.
Yeah, Dragon Magazine. Okay, yeah. You think Dragon Magazine counts for anything?
Wait, weren't you the editor?
I was the producer. I was the biggest boss.
Right.
Of Dragon Magazine,
Yes.
which you just said, does it count for anything?
That's right. It doesn't, because sitting in the referee's chair, I don't really much care about what was in the Dragon Magazine.
Okay.
And especially anti-paladin, which I am so far against, you can't believe it.
So
But that was some of the most baddest ass artwork ever.
Oh my goodness, they did. Well, we had the 5 best fantasy artists in the world.
Yep.
Yeah. But I
Fantastic
remember
stuff.
that anti-paladin swinging that two-handed bastard sword. And it was like, if you didn't want to play that character, you just did not know how to meddle.
Yeah, there we go.
Mm.
Okay, so hey, what are we doing?
Let's proceed back around the corner and head to the northwest corridor, if that's the one that gives us signs point mostly to yes. And
Okay,
look,
okay, so here's the deal. I'm a little bit confused. So we have this big chamber that's foggy,
yep,
all right? And you guys are standing on the east end of that big chamber.
yep.
Okay, and so you hit a little bit east, and then it turns south.
Okay,
You with me so far?
maybe.
Okay, and then Chrometheus rolls a 6-sided die, and we know what he wants to roll.
He rolled a 5.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling nice. So you continue south.
So, but I would say this: you've asked me to roll the dice twice in this spot.
Yes, I
So,
have.
So, I've
How
rolled a
about
5.
having
at
Razor
least.
take a look?
You are sensing something. Razor doesn't
So
find anything.
So I'm sensing something. So rather than look, maybe a small investigation.
Yeah, why don't you do a search?
Okay, I'm listening to your role play.
Okay. The first thing that I'm going to do is, can you just describe where I'm seeing this at? Like where I'm getting the sense, like this section of the quarter. I can't see the map right now.
Yeah, okay, no, that's fine. You're in the bend. Behind you it goes west, and in front of you it goes south, and you're in that bend.
Right.
And
Okay.
and you think something is here, but you've never been able to detect it.
I guess I would search. I would search. So I'm in the west corridor.
I think we're here. Is that right?
Let me see. I don't see where your thing is, buddy.
My cursor isn't magnifying?
No, I don't see the cursor at all. I'm sorry.
That's weird. Huh.
I'm going to search that southern, where the southern intersects with the western.
Okay, I'm with you. So how do you search?
I'm gonna feel along the wall. I'm gonna look for seams, changes in the stonework, which the dwarf can help me with.
I shall join him in his search.
Yeah, you have a better
Change-
search for secret doors, dwarf. So you should look for moving stones, trip wire, trip levers, any pieces that might be affected by that you as a dwarf would recognize.
Both of you roll 6-sided dice. Tell me numbers.
Yes.
I'm gonna get a 5.
I got a 6. Is that good or bad?
Oh, that's wonderful for you. You find a secret door
Outstanding. We have found the secretness of the door.
that goes more north than east.
Is
Okay.
the auger still in effect that we could use the
Yes.
auger here?
No, he used that one up.
I thought we had one
I
question
should have
left.
one question left.
Okay, ask away.
Will this door lead to an exit out?
Will this door lead to an exit out?
Yes, it will.
All right. Then can we clear the room and get the gems and then go take this exit?
Oh God.
Yeah, of course you can. You can fight. You can fight the Grell in that room. I don't have any problem at all with that.
So hang on now. As the rational one, look at the smile on the screen. Look at the smile. Smile equals get eaten. Okay, just so we're all clear on the getting eaten part as the littlest member of the getting eaten part of the party.
Yeah, really.
Saying, if you do, do you really want to try and bang it up in there? So Grells get a ton of attacks. We saw how we did on one, and we happen to have one in a bottle, which is pissed off. So I guess that's the question. Do you really want to try and brawl? We can, if greed is good. I would rather get while the getting's good. But if you want, we can try and tangle with it. We could probably take on one
Chrometheus suggests a diplomatic solution.
Just that battle axe is calling to my dwarven soul.
I think can't your magic ball there can engage an ESP? Can you communicate with the Grells? Can you trade our Grell for the items in the room?
So here's the challenge with that. I probably could speak to them if they have a common tongue, which I don't know. That might be a way in which we could negotiate if Grells care about each other. I don't know anything about Grell society, but that's a very interesting opportunity. Now, I tried to scan using the ball, and the first 60 feet, there was nothing. So they're either up, very likely, because they'll drop on us and paralyze us and then shove us in for dinner, or they're over. They move fast. So that's a great idea. That means one of you has to be bait to go in there. And while you're getting hammered, I'll try and talk to someone if they're interested in talking, not eating.
Can we double cross them?
Oh, hell yeah. I've got 2 definite double cross spells, but they're still going to pound I don't know what rating we are.
Living crap, I think, would work.
I was going to say the piss, same thing, out of us. So yeah, we can definitely drop the hammer on them. And of course, we can also, bust up the little guy, but I'd rather keep him for my evil experiments later.
Can you cast Wraith form on anyone but you?
No.
Because you could go in there in Wraith form.
Yeah, then I can't do anything.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't get attacked by the Grell.
Well, no, the Grell can't touch me unless they're on the ethereal plane, which I don't think.
That's what you believe.
There you go. See? More information that we didn't know.
What about just tossing a fireball at the ceiling?
If that was a spell I was carrying, we sure could do that.
Chrometheus always asks you for spells you don't have.
I know. The good news is...
I'm not a wizard. I don't understand. What you do is magic.
Literally. All the 18th level version of me, the refrigerator. At the moment, I'm much more like a college freezer.
Oh, there we go.
I've got some good action going, but it is extremely limited. And as we're taking pictures from our Instamatic camera of magic, those pictures are at a high price.
Well, what you do well. I was wondering if there was but I don't. I think because of the direness of the environment, that even though we found the way out, doesn't mean we can't come. Well, we might not be able to come back.
We're not coming back.
So.
Unless,
my battle axe brain splitter is very diplomatic as it cleans things in too.
So you're killing me because you're lured by this. All right, I'm not talking. If you want to go in there, who's going to be the chicken bait so that I can try and talk to something?
If it's worth it, you'll do it. If it's worth it, you'll do it, JR.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm prepared to die with my ancestors.
You're going to walk right in there in the dark?
Well, I mean, that's something.
It's usually how he blunders through things.
Okay.
What would be our plan?
So let's talk about that.
I suspect that my torch or candles that I have but don't necessarily need as a dwarf is going to do nothing against the mist. So
no, I've got 2 continual light coins. I'll give you one of those to cruise on down into the center section. The other thing that Grell don't like, I'm going to do to you before we start. So that hopefully will help you.
Outstanding.
So I think we can buck you up a little bit. Actually, I'm going to do 3 things to you. So I'm going to give you a little light source. I'm going to juice up your current weapon. And I think, unless this only affects me, then I feel bad for you, but I might be able to
Then I
armor
feel
you up
bad
a
for
bit.
you.
Brain Splitter is very happy with more juice.
Can you do
Yeah.
something about his libido?
Yeah, really.
So we're clear. This is not the After Dark portion of the show. I can tell you. Although I must say, I'll bet my polymorph spells are going to be in high demand as you guys try and get back to the city.
I know.
I also cast aid on him, or aid on all of
Okay.
us.
Right
Can't
on.
you do 8 on the whole group?
Yes, I do it on the whole group.
Okay, very good. That's
So
wonderful.
you guys
How
know
many-
what that does?
How many temporary hit points are we going to get out of that?
It's up to 8.
Okay.
I thought that just filled in lost hit points. Is
No,
that it?
you
It's
actually
one
get.
of the
Yeah, go ahead.
it's one of the few stacker spells that
Okay.
actually can buffer up and over the limit under durational purposes.
Is it cumulative? Can you do 5 or 6 of them?
I
Aid,
don't.
no.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Everybody gets an additional 6 hit points.
Okay.
So while he's doing that, apparently Chad is going wild for Chrometheus's antics with the libido spell.
Yeah,
We're
They
getting lots of
just
brown
like-
chicken, brown cow.
Thank you,
Yeah.
folks. I do love to entertain with the dark stuff.
They like, oh, it is. Area of effect is one creature. All right, so I think I can upgrade you. Okay. All right. I'm ready to go.
If
we're
I
ready.
die well.
Okay.
This also gives you +1 to saves, JR, and +1 to +1 to attack, just like a bless spell.
Okay, so
Okay.
we buff him up and we send him in.
I'm gonna
Then what
walk over
happens?
to the dwarf and say, armor up and transform. And I will gray out and stone out his skin with stone skin.
Oh, nice.
For a second there, I
Yeah.
thought we were going to hear 1980s like sounds and.
I know. I'm working on that. We've got
Autobots,
some
mount up.
we got some sounds coming. And roll out. And then I'm going to. What are you using for a weapon right now?
I have a battle axe.
Okay.
Named Dave.
I'm
No,
gonna-
it's Brain Splitter. Get it right.
I'm going to grab onto the front of it and say, I have the power. What do you want? Fire, frost, stone, or air?
Fire is good.
All right.
Very
We'll add
good.
2d6 in fire damage, and it's now considered a magic weapon for as long as it
Fire burn.
Are we tying a rope to him?
Yes.
Yeah, you're strong enough, Chrome. You can hold him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
high enough level. Chrome, do you want me to add juice to you? Because you can add more firepower with fever.
I'm good because I mean I'll save it for later. But if these things are avian and I send the sword in to dance on them, it is already got. I think it's a +2 or +3 against avian.
Right, no, but I'll add 2 extra dice of burning damage if you take
Let's-
fire.
Let's do it.
All right, so his will be the second blade I touch. One, and that's at 4th level. And now at 8th level, Drohn, what do you have for a weapon?
His brain, his big, beautiful brain.
Right
His
now,
big, beautiful brain.
right now I'm carrying Sacrifice, which is the semi-cursed hammer.
All right, and I'll touch that. I would choose stone if I were you, so you had the jade effect of 2d6.
Do it.
It doesn't work.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, so his device does not like magi work onto it. There you go. All right, but the other 2 boys, you guys are juiced.
Jim,
my dishes are
that
done.
is so you.
I'm sorry. That's the way that weapon is.
He casts the spell and the hammer's like, dude, do you even hammer, bro?
So Mars the Red says, sounds like Chrome has a fever. Does he need more cowbell?
Wow.
You can
I
never
gotta
have
tell
too
ya,
much
I got a
cowbell.
feeling.
Yeah.
This is
Never.
a tough group. All right, I'm gonna stand back and wait for them to send the cat bait in.
Okay, you're walking in there.
Let's do this.
All right, so
I'm playing out the rope.
the continual light spell doesn't work at all. You can't see 1 foot in front of you.
Bummer.
You walk 4 spaces in. Oh, is
Does
that
my
gonna
does
happen
my
too?
flaming sword give me, or flaming
Ooh.
battle axe?
Not
give
an
me any
inch.
light?
Not
Not
an
an
inch.
Not an inch.
I
Okay.
hear sizzling as it burns off whatever the mist is.
Well, there's gonna be lots of screaming.
Screaming is
Um,
bad.
Yeah. Okay. So First of all, let's make 3 paralyzation saving throws, dwarf.
Yeah, this is not good. Remember, you have a plus on that as a dwarf.
Yeah, you'll need every one of them.
So paralyzation.
Yeah.
And then I
3 times.
What's your wisdom, dwarf?
Oh, I've got that written down. I've got it. I've just got to roll it. So 18. I made it the first one.
Oh, nice.
14 plus 5. I made the second one.
Oh, well done.
You only need a 10.
Right. And I made the third one with an 11.
That is terrific. Now I have to roll a bunch of dice. Hang on just a second. I'm rolling and rolling.
This is definitely like walking into a thresher.
Oh, yes, it is.
I hope this axe is awesome.
He's very hard to hit.
Thank God.
It's because I'm so short.
Yeah.
I don't think that's it.
I resemble that remark in real life.
So I only do 6 points of tentacle damage to you.
It's always tentacles.
Jim, can we see anything?
Not a thing. No, it's deep fog. You guys can't see a thing. You're hearing some scuffling and probably shouting from JR and definitely screams of pain from Burnt Growl.
I will begin the song of my people and shout my battle song.
Okay, so do you have blind fighting there, dwarf?
I think I actually do. Give me a second. I can tell you.
You need to start singing in, for role-playing effect.
Yeah, I didn't actually write a song because I'm not that talented.
Right, you need a good song.
But
well, you got a bard coming on Friday. Maybe she can supply one for you.
Outstanding. And I did not take blind fighting because I thought as a dwarf I wouldn't need it.
Okay, so speaking of that, the cavalier walks into town naked with a gigantic wolf at his side. Everybody's really impressed by the wolf, and the cavalier has a bunch of new scars and a bunch of new muscles, as a matter of fact. So you go back to the Red Dragon Inn, and you're all set.
Thank God you said giant wolf.
I thought he was going somewhere else.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hey, that's impressive that it's public, but okay.
Yeah, great. All right, get your minds out of the gutter. All right, so
Jim, if I cause the sword to dance, can it make attacks?
You don't know, and I actually have to look something up if you do that because I don't know if I can paralyze a sword.
With now the screaming and the sounds that I can hear, I'm going to reach out. He's only 4 draws ahead and see if I can communicate with any other minds other than the dwarf.
Okay, you get this insane desire for ravenous feeding.
Yeah, I got that. I am going to picture in my mind the opportunity to rescue a Grell. Show a captured Grell, basically a cage, not what it's in, or not that it's small, but show a cage with a Grell, and then offer up that opening of that. Show that image.
I hear you, buddy.
I know it's intelligent.
Okay, dismiss. All right, Andrew. 2 Grell come out of the fog. Andrew, please make 2 paralyzation saving throws.
Since it's paralyzation, do I get my MR?
I don't think it's a magic resistant thing, so no.
No. Okay, roger that.
So the chat is going like bananas right now because
they want to know why I'm not dead yet.
They want to know why he's not dead yet. Yeah.
Wait, did my camera turn on and everybody saw me shirtless? Or did they see Nicole shirtless?
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Family-friendly show.
I needed an 8 and rolled an 8 and a 17 for my 2 saves.
All right, very good. And I only do 6 points of damage to you.
Sucker.
I know. And so the 2 Grell are attacking you and trying to kill you.
Okay.
Okay, James, I would like to attack.
Can I?
Yes, you certainly can. Now, we'll start with Nick. Nick, if you attack, you could hit Andrew.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Andrew doesn't like that.
Sword? If I attack with my sword?
Yeah.
Now, I am not in the mist, keep in mind.
He's in the hallway.
I'm in the hallway.
Yes, I know that, Nick. I'm just warning you again. If you miss any of your 3 attacks, you'll have a good chance to hit Andrew.
Bummer.
But if you want to, go ahead.
Oh, wait, I haven't done a physical attack yet, so aren't I still invisible?
They didn't seem to need you to be visible or invisible.
Got it.
They went right to your position, right to your mental communication to them.
Yep. Got it. Okay.
And okay, so Chrometheus, what are you doing, buddy?
Go for it.
If I attack, I don't
Yeah.
want to hurt you though.
I know, but I might be able to take one. So go for it. We
Or
gotta
you
take
might
these
be
things
you
out.
might just kill him your first big strike.
Yep. That's the good times I can hope for. Let's see. Bring it on.
Okay, I will do three attacks against the Grell nearest to me.
Okay, we've got that'll be right on top of Andrew, and you're talking.
What about the other Grell?
I'll deal with that one.
There's 2 on Andrew, and we're gonna after a bit we're gonna do 3 on the dwarf. So armor class 5 for that Grell that you're attacking.
And can my first attack be a backstab?
Nope, you don't see a back on this thing.
Okay.
Good question.
My first attack is a 10, and what I think I'm +3 with avian with the flame tongue.
Not really. Not really an avian.
It's a brain with tentacles. Not nice.
Okay. Okay. Then I get another 10. And then I get a 4. A 10, 10, and a 4. Sorry, I'm having to read this dice roller.
So does the 10 do it?
I think it does, because my
armor class
AC
5?
to hit, yeah, my AC to hit is 14. To hit Thaco is 14.
Yeah, so that's a 9. So yes, you hit with a 10.
Okay, very
Remember,
good.
you had +4 for your hit.
You only missed once.
Right.
How much damage do you do to Andrew?
I have to bring up this dice. Okay, so and they're not large creatures, right?
Nope.
Okay, so I'm going to do a D8 and a D8 for the first is a total of 12 damage, and then I get 2d6 or 46 in flame damage.
Okay, so this is all going against Andrew.
No, this is I hit the Grell.
Buddy, okay, I agree, but we're not doing those hits first. We're doing your hit against Andrew first. The 4 you rolled?
Okay,
you rolled a 4, and then I rolled and got an 18. So you smacked Andrew.
Okay.
So do it to him.
I'm rolling first the Grell down. Well, okay. Okay, so the hit against. Okay, so it would be 1 hit. That would be 12 damage plus another 9. So that would be a total of 21 damage.
21 damage against our good friend.
Yep.
Okay, very good. Now you can do against the Grell, both shots.
So I have 10 left.
You got actually 23 because you took 2 before from the Grell tentacles.
Right, but I had 6 extra hit points.
Yeah, I haven't even added those in yet. I'm just going against your base hit points.
Yep.
Okay,
we're going to do 17 damage, and I'm going to ask the sword to turn the Grell to stone on that hit.
Okay. Hang on. So, are you sure you want to do that? The reason I ask is you can only do that once a week, and you might have just killed this Grell.
Right.
Okay, then I
don't turn
won't
anybody
do
into
it.
stone
Thank you, Jim.
until we see if we run out of juice.
Okay, thank you, Jim. I appreciate that.
Okay, so the Grell falls. Now, Andrew, what do you want to do with your Grell?
Cuddle it.
There's no cuddling coming. She stained Fenster.
Okay, how much damage does that do?
He sounds so upset.
I know.
24 in shards of bright colored glass.
Oh my God. Yeah, okay, you kill that one. So there's 2 dead Grell on the floor.
Scoop up their body parts.
Now we're going to go over to the dwarf.
Got it.
Okay, dwarf, swing away, buddy. -4.
To the hit?
-4 to hit.
Okay, so...
Do you have multiple attacks?
I get 2.
Okay.
Do I still get the +1 from Walt's Blessing?
Yes, absolutely.
So I got a natural 19.
Oh, that's
natural, Jim. That's a natural 19.
Yes. Thank you very much, Nick.
And a natural 14. What's the AC so I can see if I hit it?
5.
All right. I'm pulling up the Thaco chart real quick to my 17.
Yeah, that's
JR, you're becoming pro at D&D.
Because I've been
Nicole would
mocked
tell you-
relentlessly.
Nicole would tell you that she hopes you win at D&D.
Oh, I know. That would be so cool. That was so funny when she said that the other day. Oh my goodness.
I
Just like
hit, but barely.
every D&D mother in the world. Okay, do your damage. Let me hear it.
All right. Am I negative to the damage for 2 or
Nope,
no? All right.
nope. Just straight up.
All right. I got a 12 and then an 11 fire damage
Okay.
on 1. And then I got a 10 and 9 fire damage.
Boy, those Grell are falling like 9 pins. So on their turn, Dwarf, please make 4 paralysis checks.
Did you just call him Worf?
I
I
said
felt like he
dwarf.
said Worf too.
I said dwarf. Dwarf.
Whoa. I'd like to activate phasers.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice? Oh my goodness. We do actually have phasers in the game. Gary was very kind to us that day.
What check am I running? I'm sorry. I got distracted. Googling.
Well, poison checked.
All right.
4 of them.
Made the first one with a natural 16.
Oh, very
God.
nice.
Then I got a 14, so that one made it.
Yes, yes.
15 for the second one, and the fourth one I got a 1, so I did not make the last one.
Okay, so it suddenly becomes very quiet in there.
Oh,
I am.
Except for the
Chrome,
sound of chewing.
pull the rope. Pull the rope.
Pull the rope. Okay, hang on. Now, how is that going to do it? Okay, so
And the
that's
chat goes wild.
The chat goes wild.
Look at that. Okay, so 9 more points on the dwarf. So you guys pull out the dwarf, and there are 2 Grell eating his face off.
It will
We
make
slay
me
them.
sexier.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the marching order, of course, because now we have that list. We're gonna start with the dwarf. No, the dwarf is paralyzed. We're gonna go with Chrometheus.
I get 2 attacks this round, and I'm going to hit with a 15,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to not hit with a 2.
No, that doesn't hit.
I know. I said it's not going to
He
hit.
said-
Oh,
None.
okay, very good. All right, so do your damage. Tell me how much it is.
It's going to be 6, and then 8, and then 10, and then 12.
Okay, very good. Werdna?
I'll use
Oh,
my.
I'm sorry. 2 other things. It's going to be 14.
You gotta add
Oh,
the
is there
fire
does
damage.
does aid do to damage? Do I get +1 in damage?
No,
Not
it's just
with
attack.
aid.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
the attack.
Okay, so grand total of 14.
Don't
Okay,
forget the
very
fire
good.
damage.
I did
I
it.
did. Go ahead, Werdna.
Forever sleep.
You're sleeping it?
I am.
Hang on.
And it's only 1, so it takes the minus for the save.
I have to look and see if you can sleep this sucker.
You can, but I'll let you look for fun.
So, you sleep up to a 5 hit die creature?
8 hit die creature.
Really?
I'm 8th circle.
Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, the other one goes to sleep.
Chrome, dispatch that thing by the head, please.
I do it.
Okay, it's automatic hits when it's sleeping on the ground. All right, so you got a bunch of Grell meat there, dead. And
Now let's go back for the sword.
What a good idea. Go right in there for it.
Wait, there's more? I thought we killed them all.
Why would you ever think you killed
Yeah,
them
where are you getting a win out of this?
all? I know. What's the Twitch saying? What's Felix, my buddy, saying?
Felix has been kind of quiet.
Mhm.
They're very upset, James, that you're not murdering us fast enough.
Oh, come on.
We're,
Knight of Barsoom wants to know if it's a Florida growl.
we're
That's good.
And the Storycaster is asking if this is a homebrew. This is CrimsonHawk. James is reimagining of Greyhawk, the
Yeah.
classic D&D adventure.
Bum, 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 bum. And you all should subscribe if you aren't subscribers.
And this is where Nick Chrometheus says, "That's how you D&D."
That is how you D&D, Josh.
Really?
My new
Jim, do you want
ringtone.
to tell us what's going to happen Friday?
What's going
Friday's
to
a-
happen?
Friday's
you know,
a big day.
it's kind of up in the air because we don't know if you guys are going to be in the fight or not.
Well, the show will be in the fight. We may not.
Okay, there we go. So yeah, I mean Friday is I mean, we're bringing in the bard. I'm not seeing anything special we're going to do, am I?
This Friday is Mikey Mason. Next Friday is the Bard.
Right. We are
Okay.
live at Autumn Revel.
Oh, that's right, Autumn Revel. So
We are the Jim. You are the inaugural event. Luke Gygax, Gary Gygax's son, has put this together. I'm not really sure what the whole thing is, but you guys are. Andrew, why don't you tell us about it?
Autumn Revel is actually, and Jim knows it better. I've only been once. Autumn Revel is a long time event that Gary used to run with just a handful of people. And I don't remember where that was. That wasn't at Horticulture Hall. It was somewhere else.
It was in the American Legion Hall.
In the Legion Hall, right. And it was always done, I think, a couple of times a year.
Yep, 4 times actually. Autumn and winter and spring and summer.
It was the prelude to Gen Con in the old days. And so Luke has decided to resurrect it as an homage to that. And it is now the supplemental winter event for GaryCon. And so this is the Autumn Revel 1, the reimagined version virtually. And so we will be on opening day.
And you won't have to spend $10 for tickets like everybody else does.
Yeah. Can you tell us about the first one that you went to?
Oh, the very first one? Yeah, sure. I was at the very first one. And it wasn't autumn though, it was Winter Revel. Was the first one. And there was 10 inches of snow on the ground and nobody cared. We all drove over to Lake Geneva and started playing games in the American Legion Hall, and the heat wasn't turned on, so we all walked into a very cold great big place. And I remember we were kind of close when we were role playing, and Gary got very irritated at me because my group of gamma wielders were really loud and getting in the way of his group of D&Ders. Never good to get Gary angry at you. Never, ever. And his cute daughters sold hot dogs and hamburgers, and that was fun. And we role played the whole time. Usually Tom Wam would come and bring Tom Wam games. Tom Wam is a brilliant inventor that did Snit's Revenge and a couple of
fight, bunch of stuff.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff. And so it was just a good time was had by all for a weekend of gaming. And Gary let his workers go in their game for free, of course, and run games. And we had this great big auction. Okay, I'll give you a very quick story that really irritated me. So I love signing autographs. I do. So when people bring me my products, I love signing my name on them. But I'll only sign stuff that I have my name in it. Well, this cute little 8-year-old girl came up to me, and she had a plastic penguin. And she said, "Would you please sign this?" Well, I couldn't refuse a cute little girl, so I signed it. And then the next day at the auction, the blasted little kid put it up for auction. And so I was really irritated, so I started bidding on it. That blasted thing went up to $18. It was a 1-inch penguin. It went up to $18 before I bought it.
I bet that kid is Hillary Clinton.
Oh, it's very possible. I was very upset, I'll tell you. So I bought it, and then I threw it in the garbage can and disposed. Man, was I mad. I was so mad. But that's my. And so then from then on, I get associated with penguins. People start giving me penguin cards. They start giving me penguin toys. Oh, it was just crazy. But anyway, that's
wiping out entire parties like you did Sunday.
Well, TPKs, it isn't my fault. They just like killing each other.
Okay.
I'm an innocent bystander in that. So
I think
anyway,
Jeffrey Dahmer said the same thing.
Between picking his teeth.
At least he got to eat his kills.
Wow, that went dark real quick.
Wow.
All right, so we find ourselves looking into it. Has the darkness cleared?
No, of course not. Why would it clear?
Because you like us, Jim.
Maybe.
Yeah, I like you guys a lot. No.
Does the crystal ball sense any more intelligences? Does the sword?
The sword senses nothing. The crystal ball he hasn't used yet because he's afraid that 4 Grell will come out and attack him. And by the way, the dwarf is still paralyzed.
I'm going to reel him back in.
You got him reeled in.
Okay.
He's got Grell chew marks all over his body.
Chicks dig Grell chew marks.
There we go.
It's
There we
true.
go.
They're gonna
So-
like the scars.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to make a decision at this point. How are you fixed for? Jim, how successful was I with my bandage wounds?
You have bandage wounds as well?
Just the natural healing, the NWP.
But so you can't do 5 to everybody.
No, I do 1 to 3.
Yeah, okay. So you can have 1.
1 hit point.
Yep.
Can I bandage him again?
No, you can only do that once a day.
Yep.
James, Knight of Barsoom is saying that if you don't TPK us, he's going to send you a 500-pound metal penguin.
Yeah, he's got to find me first. That's not in Google.
That you
If you
know
do
of.
TPKS, I'm going to send you a 500-pound penguin.
I won't be TPKing anybody.
Let's make
Does
some-
my infravision in there see anything?
Not an inch, buddy. Not an inch.
If I look up at the ceiling?
No, not an inch. That fog completely obliterates everything.
But what if he looks up, down, and all around?
Yeah, okay.
So
Like it was made to obliterate every kind of vision, it does.
so it's magical.
No, not at all.
Well, how could it not be magical?
You know, it's got a lot of brimstone in there, and there's a
We're in
bunch
hell.
of
It's all bad.
demon repellent in there, and it's made so that demons and devils can't see into it, and you guys are less than demons and devils.
So
But we're devilishly good looking.
we got to make a decision if we want to deal with the Grell. I can't get chewed on. The dwarf can't get chewed on. Drohn, it's up to you and Chrome to decide if you want to go further. I'm going to vote no. You guys vote.
So do we still know there are Grell in there?
We don't.
You haven't the slightest idea.
But we've peeked in and they haven't dropped on us. And the dwarf's body was in there.
You didn't
And-
stick your head in, and 2 Grell came out with the dwarf's body.
Right. So we've
Right.
we've dealt with 5 so far. I don't think we can take on a 6th. I mean, if you think you can, go in there and try and retrieve that axe. But he wandered around in the dark with no ability to see anything and no idea where it is. Your
And-
sword might
yeah.
detect something, but I think the risk
No, the sword says, I'm not helping you get that axe. That axe is weak and terrible.
Well,
They-
I'm not getting the axe, but I want the gems for you, buddy.
Ooh, that'd be nice to get those rubies. There's one really big ruby in that pile that I just would love.
How far in is that pile?
That's a fair question. Now you're making me work.
The chat wants us to throw the frozen dwarf in the room as bait.
What is it with Felix wanting to throw everybody?
I know, I
it's
know.
it's the story caster is the one who
Yeah.
suggested it.
There we
Is
go.
that like Felix's alter ego? I sense the theme.
And like dwarf tossing is like a thing anyway.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It is
Okay, so
now.
it's 50 yards to the center of the room, and that's where the rubies are.
So he can detect it at 50 yards. Okay, so I'm gonna grab onto the sword, and
Oh no, it gives you an electric burst for 4 points of damage.
he and I made a deal. So if he's actually doing that, then he's gonna get spanked.
He is. You're not supposed to grab the sword. You don't own him.
I told him that when I need him, he needs to help. If he wants to get those gems,
He's
No.
willing to help. He doesn't want any magic user to touch him.
well, he better get over himself if he wants me to scry and look at those gems.
Boys,
Yeah, really.
can't we all get along?
Yeah, the sword
Yeah.
says no.
All right, so then no gems for you. Go spank it in the dark.
Ooh, it starts whining and crying.
Then you better say you're sorry, or I'll bitch slap you harder.
Oh.
I like the side of Werdna.
Chrometheus won't let you bitch snap me.
Yeah, keep hoping to yourself. You want those or not?
He's not talking to you anymore.
There we go.
Okay, so what we need to determine if there are still more Grell in there.
There are.
Is there a there? You say that there are.
Oh yeah.
He looked too happy for me to go back in there. So
Did the Grell make a sound?
Yeah, they squealed when they got burnt.
So we don't hear that sound now, right?
Nope.
No, they
don't hear any
attack from surprise.
Right. I'm just saying, like, we don't hear any ambient sound in there. We just maybe hear what? If there's brimstone, we hear some sort of bellowing, belching.
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope.
You hear no sound in there.
No sound in there. Swirling fog.
And they attack from surprise. So these are things that are ultimately quiet, that paralyze, and they have those massive beaks. So they're dishing out a ton of damage, and we don't have anything that we can do unless we want to add a surprise piece. They don't care about my invisibility, so they're detecting us as heat sources or something else. And so the only
But how would they detect us as heat sources if we can't use infravision to detect them?
Not clear, but I was invisible before I attacked. Therefore, my ability to affect the light plane was irrelevant to them. So the answer is that's another reason I would never go Wraith form, because they don't care. So our issue has to do with either A, calling it quits or you guys going and flail a while, or B, I scry and look at the gem that the sword shows me in its detection. I can see 60 feet. He said it was 50. That's the only answer. I'm not doing it for him anymore. So that's what we're down to.
Walt, you got anything, man?
The storycaster is saying nope and nope. And he's telling us that since we're in hell, we should probably either bug out or have James kill us.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
I'm on the bug out vote list. If people are voting, that's what I said before. So it's up to you two to make a decision on what you want to do.
I'm thinking bug out, because we're just going to keep depleting resources with this.
Okay.
We could between Werdna and myself, we could start casting spells to trick the Grell or try and lure them away. But I mean, in the end, they're just going to catch up to us. So.
Yeah, and I suspect the illusionary side of the house, which is what my side is. So yours is probably more tangible than mine. I don't think they care. I think they'll plow through illusions like they're cutting the grass.
So I'm thinking that we should bounce.
All right.
The storycaster. I do not know his secret identity because he is hiding behind his nom de plume. But he has said
say that again.
No.
Nom de plume.
He has said that he has died at the hands of Gary many times. So he's advising, since we can't trick a Grell and that he's cueing the Star Trek scary music, we should stop acting like red shirts and make like a shepherd and get the flock out of here.
There we go.
Okay. You know what, Storycaster? Let's give you some experience points. Thank you. We like to incorporate the chat in what we're doing, and that sounds like a good plan. So let's pull back to the secret door and then head. I think it was more north than east along that corridor.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a 10-yard wide corridor. You all four are in there, but you can't really be side by side. You have to kind of be in single file right now.
Okay.
And your continual light coin shows a weird, short little guy. He's like 4 foot tall, about a little shorter than the dwarf. He's got these great big furry eyebrows and huge big eyes. And he's got this gigantic jaw. And he's looking at you guys and he mumbles, "Give me your sword."
Oh, good.
Oh my God, it's Irmo.
Irmo.
Speaking of recovery, how's our dwarf looking?
He can stand up. I'm being nice. Normally he'd be out for 8 hours, but I don't feel like doing that.
So what language did he say that in?
He said it in common tongue.
Okay. Well, I tell him to piss off.
No, give it to him. Let it dance. Let it carve him up in a sushi.
Or maybe the sword will finally betray you, Nick.
Maybe.
Tell me-
Prometheus.
Tell me
Does
how
the
big
sword-
of a space we're
Does
looking
the sword
at.
detect any gems on it?
No gems, no nothing actually. It's kind of a useless creature.
Jim, can you tell me a little bit about the room so I understand the dimensions?
It's just a quarter, buddy, 10 yards wide, heading north.
Okay. And he's blocking our entrance, or he's inside the entrance?
He's in. Well, you guys came up 20 yards, so he's blocking the way up.
And do I have any sense of a race of this thing?
You know, you think he might be kind of gnome related, but kind of like Drugar related to dwarves.
Yeah, dark. Oh, Sniffleburn. He could be one of the underground, underdark.
He could, or he could be a creature named Barf.
Oh, Barf the Dark Gnome. Well, I've told him to piss off.
Okay, so then he vomits on you.
I didn't get close enough for him to vomit on me.
Well, yes, you did. You're in the lead.
Okay. All right.
And okay, so poison save for you there, Chrometheus.
Sure.
You got an 8, so you got a +1.
I roll a natural 20.
I am so sick of natural 20s. Wow. Okay, so you got barf all over your body.
What
And the
about
guy
natural
says-
19s?
Yeah, they're even
that JR
worse.
is really good at.
Yeah. You got barf all over your body, and it says, give me your sword or I'll barf again.
I turn him to stone and add 2 more attacks.
Well, you try to turn him to stone.
Yes.
He gets a saving throw,
There is no try, only do.
and he appears to be stone.
Appears. Okay.
Let's move around the corridor unless you want to hack him to bits.
No, let's move around him.
Okay, so you're going to move around him. There's a great big cloth sack behind him.
Sweet. Let's detect traps.
No traps.
Let's open it up.
Okay, you open it up, and a very large cobra comes out,
Cobra. God.
and it misses you, Chrometheus. It's about 6 feet long, and it appears to be a spitting cobra.
Oh, perfect.
Right, I will hack it 3 times.
Okay, chop away. We got an armor class of 4.
I roll a 6 for my first shot.
Okay.
I roll a 16, which
Before you do your second one, please roll a 6-sided die. Don't roll a 6.
roll a 6-sided die. Don't roll a 6. I rolled a 5.
Okay, very good. You almost slip on all the barf that's around you.
Okay.
Then you can do your second roll.
Okay, I roll a 12 plus 2, 14. You said the AC was what? I hit if it's AC 0.
Yeah, you hit it for sure. How much damage you doing? That might take care of it right there.
Let's go with a D8
Okay.
plus 1 plus 9 and then 2d6. Dupe. 7. Grand total of 16 damage.
Okay, you kill barf.
Anything else?
Oh,
in
that
the
was a
sack?
snake. That was you turned. Boy, you turned him to stone.
Yeah.
Andrew, do you think I can give you guys experience points if you don't kill the creature, if you just turn him to stone?
So,
Yeah.
as a point of trivia, the 2 times I saw Gary's Wand of Petrification used, he gave us experience for the creatures petrified.
Oh, okay, very good. Then I can give you experience for barf. And
That's
this
summer of 76. So, there you go.
and that's when we're playing. Okay, good. So you kill the snake. You look in the bag, and there's a weird potion in there that you've never seen before. It's kind of like a figure 8 potion. There's 2 parts to it, and there's actually two swallow places. 2 openings to the bottle.
So it's an automatic miscability potion. Yeah.
Maybe, yes, maybe.
Or it was
Can
made
I
to shotgun.
look at it with spellcraft and see if I can discern how it works?
No, you'd have to use that other spell, buddy.
Oof. All right. Well, hang on. Might be time.
Might be time.
This might be. Shouldn't we? Ooh.
Huzzah!
Walt, did your mind just go two directions at once?
No. 67 Indian just subscribed to the channel
Hooray! Thank you.
Huzzah!
Right.
and scared the living crap out of me because I have this like werewolf graphic with roaring, and every time somebody subscribes, I'm like, oh my god, you just broke my brain.
So, dear listener, that's an excellent reason to subscribe and just surprise the heck out of them.
Just
Oh my
surprise
God.
him. Yes.
Break Walt's brain. Break Walt's already fractured brain.
Yeah, really. Every time you subscribe, a character gains a level.
What?
He didn't say our character.
Yes.
Yeah, I did not say your characters.
NPC what?
I was gonna say that we should, if we're gonna start identifying stuff, we should probably do that when we're not in hell.
In hell.
Oh, I agree. But what we have to find out, though. All right, so you might have to cast your other augury and see if this thing is the way out. I guess we won't worry about it. Let's go down the corridor and see what we find.
Very
We
good.
already
Okay.
asked the. We already asked the
Jared.
augury. We already asked the augury, and it said that the secret passage was the way.
Yes,
I know
it
that,
did. Yeah.
But the way might be a thing or it might be a place.
Yes, exactly. So you travel 90 yards,
Okay.
and you come to a little chamber that's 30 by 30, with an exit in every compass point: east,
Okay.
west, north, and south.
Okay. 30 by 30 space. And this passage is one of the 4 points.
Yes, it's the southern passage.
So, all right. Oop, let's try and use my eraser. Okay. Can we see anything in the room?
Nope, it's an empty room. Dirt. Moist black earth.
Searching invisibly, do I see anything or detect anything about any of the passages?
Nope.
Okay.
How many
Maybe-
more auguries do you
maybe
have?
Maybe the cleric, can detect less of a sense of dread in any one direction.
No. Not unless he asks God for that, and that comes with severe penalties at a 95 to 100.
That I have to. What is it? I would have to ask, and then there's a hope that he should show up.
You have
And
to ask
point.
the question and beg your God for the answer, and then you'll roll percentile dice. And if you roll 95 to 100, he punishes you severely.
Oof.
Yikes. So I guess the question is, do you want to use your other augury up?
You got questions ready?
There's only one question to ask, and that's which of these, or no, it's just yes or no. So yeah, you got to do each of the 3 corridors.
And what's the duration on an augury?
1 round, 2 rounds per level.
Okay.
Let me make sure that that's still the case. And
While he's prepping to ask, do we hear anything different? Any changes in sound volume that might indicate something?
Nope. No, you don't.
Does the sword detect any gems or magic?
Okay, now I got to work.
No, it's based
now
on
you're
his
putting
level,
me to
so-
work.
7 plus 1%. So it's just the 77%, Jim. They no longer classify it in the 2nd edition as per level anymore.
Okay.
It's just that's that level of
So
77%.
7. Yeah. Okay. So to the east, there's large sapphires.
What do you think, Drohn? Do you want to say, try these corridors and see?
Hang on, I gotta find out to the west. It was large sapphires. To the east,
Well, this is the sword looking
Yeah.
for gems.
this is sword looking for gems. To the east, it doesn't see anything, and then it might detect number 15.
So the real question is,
Oh wow! Look at that.
how
To,
much?
to the far northeast, there is an amazing bloodstone ring.
Why is it amazing, Fever?
He thinks it's a ring of regeneration.
Fever, buddy, did I ever tell you that you are the most beautiful sword in the entire world and the smartest, buddy?
It glows with pride.
How could you attach this ring of regeneration to yourself?
No, can't do it. You'll just have to use it.
Yeah, but what if we put it in the sword? Would whoever had the sword regenerate?
No, that's not going to work.
No.
Okay, I want it for you, man.
Boy, it really appreciates that.
We could stick it in the sword and then stick the sword into somebody.
Yeah, that
No.
probably go badly.
That's kind of that would kind of be anti,
Okay, so where are we going? What we doing?
Do you want augury? See which way?
Yeah, we could do that because I mean at this point, we know we're not getting to our intended goal. Our point is probably to escape, right?
Yep. Our only goal is to escape at this point.
What's my hit points? All right. Since I just took some damage, I'm going to roll my D8 and take my remaining health potion.
Yes, sir.
3 + 1. I got a 4.
Okay,
So.
very good. Thank you.
Could Fever and the wizard work together and be buddies and make up, and the wizard could say nice things to Fever and promise Fever that Fever could always have the best gems?
Fever's got
Fever would, if hold on, I'm not finished speaking. If Fever would show the wizard how to steal the ring of regeneration out with his crystal ball.
Nope.
And then the wizard could have the ring, and Fever could have all the good gems.
Nope. The sword doesn't want to work with the mean, nasty, horrible wizard.
What if the wizard apologizes and says you can have all the best gems from now on?
He'd have to really mean it.
He's likely to be enslaved first.
Can you hear? Chad says the Fever is renamed Karen.
Fever is Karen. That's for sure.
he hopes not, because he knows what happens to Karens.
Coming soon.
All right.
I'm just saying, wizard, it would be great if you had that ring of regeneration.
I agree.
And if you would be nice to my sword and no longer give him a hard time about having all the best gems and really apologize, you two could work together.
Let's be clear. At 21 damage, which is probably 2/3 of my life, that sword's got some apologizing to do for putting the old wizard on fire. I think you got a little confused about the order of things here.
That's not the way the sword sees it.
I know that, which is why he's got some explaining to do when we go.
Okay, hey, where are we going?
All right, I'm gonna cast augury.
Yes.
So we have the off point directions, right? Northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest.
No, it's east, west, north,
cardinal
and
compass.
south. Right. Cardinal compass points.
So does ask the questions in just in order. Is the north corridor?
Okay, so north is the corridor you want to take to get out of hell.
All right, let's do it.
Hey, that's the way the ring of regeneration is. I hope I get it.
So you go 70 yards, and you come to a little tiny room, 15 yards by 15 yards. And again,
70.
Yeah. And there again, there's 4 exits at the compass points, except the north exit is real skinny. And you still have 3 questions for your augury.
So once again, is the north corridor the way out?
Yes.
Well, we're getting thinner.
You're getting thinner.
Where is the ring of regeneration?
It was northeast, so it would have been down the east corridor.
Is that what the sword says?
The sword says it's east, yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we'll head down the north corridor.
Okay. North it is. You go north, north, north. You go 40 yards north, and it turns west. You go 15 yards west, and you come to a 40 by 40 yard chamber with exits in the 4 compass points. And you got 1 question left in time for your augury.
Once again, north passage.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, you go 30 yards, and then you can go east or west.
30.
That's my second augury. Done and done.
East and west only. What's the size
What
of the
does
This corridor is quite large. It's 20 yards wide.
Oof.
Do we see anything in the corridor?
Nope, just wet earth.
what does the sword sense magic and gem wise?
Oh, now you're making me work again.
Is this the point where we start pushing the dwarf in front?
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember Gary having to work this hard.
That's because he carried around a slam hammer, right?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. What's Twitch saying while I look this up?
So they're very adamant that Fever is really named Karen, and they're looking for wigs.
I'm looking for 16.
Knight of Barsoom is saying, is there any sound? Because a sudden silence, that means monsters.
Wow.
I said that but I still wanted that magic battle axe. And Knight of Barsoom says, I wanted you dead in a pulled pork sandwich, but here we are.
Well said. Well said. No, to the east, there's lots and lots of gems and weirdnesses.
Do I notice anything about the walls? Since the ground is packed earth, is the wall and ceiling?
It's all earth. It's all dirt. Black dirt.
And neither corridor, the west nor the east, look different?
No, they look exactly the same.
What about the movement of air?
Oh, that's a very good question. Roll a 6-sided die, you smart fellow.
A 6.
Okay, that gets you 200 experience points,
Ooh.
and the air is moving briskly to the east.
To the east. Okay. Let's look
So
at
the opening.
Let's
the
look at
opening
the
would
west
be-
corridor.
You don't know that, but you did check the air, and you get experience points for it.
Thank you. I'll take it.
The storycaster's saying, wait, did somebody start thinking?
These guys are pretty funny on the Twitch chat.
Yeah, we have a pretty good chat. Lots of really cool reoccurring viewers. That's really awesome.
Yeah, it is.
I want them to play, and then we get to criticize and have fun.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be fun? Yes, that would be fun. Okay, hey, what are you doing?
What do we get for a sense of the speed of the air if we look to the west now where the draft is coming from?
No, the draft is coming from the east.
I thought you said it was your air was going east.
I'm sorry, I misspoke if I said that.
Yes.
There's a massive draft. You want to go east to get where the air is flowing.
Got it. Okay. All right. So
The air is flowing from the east.
we're going to look at the east corridor. I'm going to take a hint.
On the smell of that air, on the breath of that air, is there a smell?
That's an interesting question.
Like fear and regret.
Yeah, really.
Chrometheus is an interesting guy.
Very.
No smell.
Okay.
I'm opening up my blue belt pouch and I'm going to take out some of the tricolored sand.
Okay.
And cast it in front of the east corridor just to see how it's dissipated, dispersed.
Okay. It blows pretty hard to the east.
Okay. All right.
I would say that we will proceed to the east, Jim.
Yep. Let's move forward.
Okay, very good. Oh, I can't do that to you. That's too bad. That would have been fun to do. You see the ruin of the first floor of a tower. There are exits in the west and east ends of the chamber of the tower. Through the opening of the tower, you see winged creatures digging in the dirt. They appear to be sprites trying to widen the chamber.
So we're coming from the east corridor leading to the west where the tower is.
I'm sorry if I must have said that wrong. You guys went east, and the corridor ends in this tower level,
okay.
And you see great big holes in the tower. Little pixies are digging in the dirt around the tower, trying to widen the chamber, and you see a spiral staircase going up.
Do we notice anything about the rocks that make up the tower?
No, dressed black stone.
How big is the room?
Impossible to tell until you get in it.
Got it. Can I scan it with Dragon Sight, which is 240?
You see 11 sprites.
11.
Yep.
Okay. That's very interesting.
Is 11 a sacred number for any of the deities?
No. Good question.
So there's another corridor on the eastern side and a spiral staircase going up, you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Looking at the staircase, where does it terminate?
It just goes up into the ceiling.
Into the ceiling. How high is the ceiling?
22 feet.
Okay. We're going to walk forward, and I'm going to speak in Sprite.
Ho, real quick. This is a team effort, so if you just give us all a second to weigh in.
Weigh in away.
Go ahead.
Does anybody have anything? Anybody want to do anything?
That's an unusual question.
Yeah, it is.
I'm good.
I mean, I already failed at what I wanted to do. I wanted a magic sword.
You want a magic
No, you wanted a magic axe.
Axe, you're right.
So what I want to ask Jim is there's an east corridor out of here, and then there's a west corridor.
So now think of a ruined tower that's got a bunch of holes in it that you guys can see in the holes.
Right.
Okay. The corridor seems to end with this tower, but there is an east exit past the chamber, so that it appears as if you could go further east, but you can't get around the tower.
You have to go up the tower.
You have to go into the chamber to go east, or you have to go into the chamber to go up the circular staircase.
Is the staircase in the center?
It is.
Okay.
And then there are these 11 sprites through the gateway into the tower.
Yes, sir. They're all digging.
And they're digging. And sprites are, could you describe that for me one more time?
They're 6-inch tall winged Tinkerbell fairies.
Do they have weapons?
Not that you can see, but they're known for a thing called a stone shot. And the stone shot paralyzes the victim, and then the pixies grab all the good stuff off the victim, and then you wind up being naked outside of wherever the pixies were.
Yeah, this sounds like the thing, like Gary, this was Gary's thing, right? You get tossed out of the dungeon naked and afraid.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so this is a great way to lose all our stuff.
Yes, exactly.
Including fever. That might not be such a bad thing.
Does fever?
He's talking mean to me.
I know, they don't appreciate you, man. They do.
Don't.
He didn't help me get the battle axe. What can I say? He lost a friend in me.
It was a horrible weapon. You would have been very disappointed.
Fever is responsible for all your shortcomings.
There we go.
So what I'm trying to say here to the party is, this seems like Jim basically getting rid of all our stuff.
Oh, I'm hurt. Oh.
And so, like, if we're going to go through this, we probably have to go through it violently and aggressively right now.
It's an idea.
So,
is there any other way?
The challenge is pseudo dragons and sprites are on good terms. Thus, they speak the same language and they are the same alignment. So we don't have to go through it aggressively and violently. And assuming they are sprites, they are not evil in nature. They are.
Well, I'm just going to put to you, you don't know that we don't have to. You're positing that.
Of course, exactly true.
So when you say we don't have to, you're making an assertion.
No,
you don't know. You don't know
poor
that.
Chrometheus just wants to beat up on things. Is what
no, but I'm just saying this is hell. This is technically hell. And Jim just clued us in that these things stone you and take your shit.
That's definitely what sprites do in general to creatures. That's true. The wild card is I have something with me that they tend to like and revere.
Ooh.
So how would you like to handle this?
I hadn't even gotten that far yet. What my suggestion?
Well, you were just about to basically walk us in there. What I'm trying to say is, like,
I was just about to walk myself in there and talk to them. Correct, because not only
go in there and talk to them.
So,
Say
and
that
from the chat, we have you'll laugh, you'll cry, your kiss, your XP, and gold goodbye from the
Exactly.
Storycaster.
So
Or we just fire up the dragon. You identify the dragon, we fire it up and have it nuke them.
we could definitely a thing like that would burn them to a crispy burrito. If
you want to keep our stuff.
So if that is the goal of burning them out, we can do that. They might be the information on how to get out. They might not. But if you're only seeing them as a potential harm, then yes, we should rethink the opportunity and try and easy bake oven them.
Party?
I've got range spells. I've got area of effect spells. I can do a lot of damage in a large area.
So here we all are.
Oh my god, the Storycaster just threw up a giant creature emoji in the middle of the chat.
Hey, what does the Storycaster say?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Nuke them till they glow, probably.
Yeah, these things are normally they're really chaotic, but they normally leave. Don't they normally leave like good aligned characters alone?
Well, it'd be nice if you had all good aligned characters, but I don't think you do.
Oh crap!
Right. So, for example, they in general usually under friendly terms don't ravage you. That is the in general comment I could make. And indeed, where I come from, they're a normal creature. So these are hell versions. Don't know what that iteration could be anything.
Does the cleric have detect alignment?
Do you still have detect evil, Drohn?
Hold on, I'm looking. Yes, I have detect evil.
All right. So I would say that our best bet would be to find out if they are evil, and then maybe we dictate terms accordingly.
I cast detect evil.
Okay, the pixies aren't evil at all, but you see a little tinge of evilness on Chrometheus.
Interesting.
I keep that to myself for the moment.
Okay, very good.
So, but I relay the. I definitely relay to the party that they are not evil.
What's the duration on that spell?
Looking it up. Doopy-doo.
Is there anything else around that's evil?
That's a fair question. I think the answer is no, but I'm checking for you because I'm a real good guy.
It's important to be winners.
And you said the sword detected gems and weirdness.
Yeah, there's 11 blue spinels in the middle of that room, and they are wonderful things. There's one really big one that the sword wants.
Of course.
It's 1 turn plus 5 rounds per level.
Okay, very good.
So you'll have, and yeah.
So this will be going for quite a while.
Yeah, you'll have like 40 minutes.
Knight of Barsoom, the tinge of evil is from Karen.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Well,
I still say even if they're good, it's a great way for Jim to take our stuff, unless we get some kind of assurance.
yeah, well, there's no. So the only thing I can do, as I said, is I have something that they are naturally friendly to. I don't know if that's worth us trying to deal with it or if you need them nuked. You're going to have to make that decision if you want something different than what I can do.
I'm open for not nuking. I'm open for, you trying diplomacy. What I didn't want to have happen is us walk in there and find out, no, these are evil sprites because this is hell. Of course, you guys should have known they were evil sprites. So
there is such a creature, and that would be the reverse of this, a Spriggan or something else. But he didn't describe that.
It's a Grig. You'll be seeing them shortly. So you're walking in and trying diplomacy there, Werdna?
I don't know. We are having trouble making decisions.
If you would like to try diplomacy, I'm all for it.
So I will have Razor change his color to look more like the his normal state of being.
Okay.
And he will look at them, and I'll ask him, what does he think of them? Because his capabilities include that magic ability.
Yeah, they appear to be normal pixies to him. He's never seen them dig in the earth, but
Well, there's a clue right there.
So can we see what they're digging up? Can we get any indication?
they don't seem to be digging up. They appear to be digging out. They appear to be widening the chamber.
Then maybe it is worth communicating and finding out what they're doing. We scratch their back, they scratch ours.
So the dwarf says, hey, diplomacy, let's do it.
And when in doubt, plan 2 is battle axe.
Ugh.
Okay.
I'll very softly mutter, I wear my sunglasses at night.
And what does that do, Andrew?
Gaze reflection.
Okay, gaze reflection. That's good.
And then I'm going to say, reveal your secrets. We are all friends here. And cast hypnotism, but not center it on anything. Just have the spell at ready.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's based on them, so it's acceptable to a suggestion. We are all friends.
So the biggest one comes flying over towards you.
Okay.
And the other ones all drop their shovels and hide in the earth.
Razor is going to look at it and give friendly emanations while I say in sprite, greetings.
Isn't Razor invisible?
No, I told you he decloaked so he could be visible and look like his regular draconic self.
Okay, I see. What are you guys doing here?
Trying to go home. What are you guys doing here?
We're making this bigger for the gnome.
Roger that. Do you know the way home to the prime material plane?
No, but they know the way to the Red Dragon Inn.
I'd love to know that. Thanks. If you would share that with me, how about this? And I hand him one of my gems.
Which gem you giving him?
I'm going to give him my 500 GP Sunstone.
The sword says, hey, how come he's got a 500 GP Sunstone?
What, is he asking me?
Yeah, the sword's asking you. How did that slip through your fingers?
I don't know. I can't do everything, but I'm trying. I'll see if I can get you a better one.
Okay, the sword shuts up. The guy says, yeah, okay, go, but don't touch our spindles.
Which way takes me there to the Red Dragon?
Up the stairs.
Is the gnome up the stairs?
Yes.
Okay. What's the gnome's disposition? Is he friendly to you guys? What do you think he'll think of us?
He's very friendly to us. He likes us.
What do you think he'll think of us?
I think he'll make you do something to go to the Red Dragon Inn.
Roger that. Thanks for all your help.
It's okay. Least I could do.
Okay. Razor's going back to Cloak, and are you guys up for moving to the staircase?
Yes, let's go ahead. If I am, everybody else.
All right.
Do it.
You guys enter the chamber, and the big pixie says, whoa, whoa, whoa. You were the one who was supposed to go upstairs, not the rest of these guys.
I'll pay for them.
Okay, how much you paying?
Hang on. That's a great question.
I'm supposed to ask good questions. If you have more sunstones, the sword's going to be really ticked.
Yeah. Good luck with that. I will offer him my last silver bar, and I have 102 gold pieces. So I'll give him my gold silver bar, and I'll give him 102 gold pieces.
Okay, go ahead, but don't come back down here.
That's not our plan. Thanks.
All right, very good. So up the stairs you go. You go up to a second level. You're in a library with scrolls. There's you see a glowing cabinet in one corner, and you hear the fluttering of wings, but you don't see anything.
Fluttering of wings.
So do
Look
we?
around invisibly, see if we can see anything invisibly.
Nope.
How big is the room, would you say?
Oh, that's a very good question. Consulting the map.
JR, you had a question?
I was
40
gonna
by 40.
I was going to ask if with my dwarven sense I could tell anything about the building material since we're now in the tower proper.
More black dress stone, and but that's half ruined. There's a great big bunch of dirt coming in the chamber, and you see little shovels by the dirt.
Can I tell anything about the make and construction of the stone?
No, you can't.
Can I tell who made the stonework?
Well, you're positive it wasn't dwarves. You think it might be wizards.
Okay.
Jim, I'd like to use the sword to detect magic items or gems.
Okay, that's fair. In answer to your question. Ooh, look at that. There are lots of magic items in the room. They're all over the place.
And you said it's sort of a library?
Yeah, it's a big library with scrolls and shelves.
Any tomes that catch my eye?
No, there's one locked cabinet though.
Locked cabinet. What do we see inside of it?
It's you can't see in. It's a big.
Oh, it's not a glass. It's an actual closed armor.
I'd like to remind the wizard that Fever helped him find these things.
While they're looking around, I'm gonna keep watch up, down, and all around. So that way we're not surprised by something dropping down from the ceiling.
Every once in a while, you see a pair of eyes, and then the eyes disappear.
They disappear. With Chrome saying that, I'll take out my other sunstone and flip it to the rogue fighter and say, "Here, have him settle."
Ooh, the sword is very happy.
See, buddy? See what we get when we teamwork?
Really. The sword says there's 14 Griggs in this room, and they all have poison crossbows, and they're all ready to kill us.
Riggs. Damn.
Tell Fever he just earned himself a polishing.
Ooh, there we go. He loves to be polished.
The staircase still goes up?
Who doesn't?
Yes, it does.
So wait, if the Griggs are invisible, I can see them.
Well, normally you can. Yes, you can't see these.
I see.
This is someone's stuff.
Yeah, I don't know that we want to tangle with these guys.
Yeah,
I'd rather just go up. If
it's probably the gnome stuff.
Yeah, left to our own devices, I'd rather go up.
So is that what you're going to try to do?
Yes, sir.
If they attack us, I say we steal all their stuff because there's no reason not to at that point.
Well,
And I'm telling the room that if you let us be, your stuff stays as is.
Yeah, okay.
If we kill you, you lose everything, and your gnome won't be happy when he revives you to kill you again.
I hit you with a poison crossbow bolt. Make your saving throw against poison.
Oh crap!
All right, poison is 13. I made it with a natural 13.
I love that all our numbers are natural now. That's awesome.
I know. Okay, so I think the battle is on. Let's start with our good friend, the dwarf.
Right,
you see nobody.
Okay, so can I tell? I mean, if I had the poison thrown at me, I know there's a direction. My excellent underground sensing would be.
Yeah, sure. Normally that's true, except these came from where you weren't looking.
Couldn't we just run?
I'm not stopping you from doing that, but it isn't your turn. It's the dwarf's turn.
Do I see?
No, but could.
No. Now, if you say run, you use up your turn.
I understand.
Okay, so what's the dwarf doing?
Do I see anything to swing my battle axe brain splitter at?
No, you don't.
All right. The chest that had all of the books that Werdna wanted.
The cabinet, yes.
Is that within range of me?
Yes.
I am going to attack the cabinet.
Okay, it bursts open.
Oh god!
And you see a bunch of books and a ring, and it's Chrometheus' turn.
Chrometheus runs.
Up the stairs?
Yes.
Okay, I can only get one shot at you. And I miss. Takes us to Werdna.
Werdna runs.
Werdna runs. Okay, very good. I can get 2 shots at you. Make 1 poison saving throw, please.
+4, 19.
Oh, you bad
A
guy.
natural 19.
Yeah, great.
Just lucky.
I'm glad you guys are having fun. And Drohn.
Making like a shepherd and getting the flock out of here.
Okay, very good.
While I'm running, I yell
Yes.
to Donovia, not a good plan, bruh. Let's go.
Yeah, okay, great. But it's not you guys' turn. It's the lovely Griggs' turn.
Oh.
And I'm not hitting you very well.
I love not
That's-
being hit very well.
That's 3 poison saves there, dwarf.
Oh.
1, 2. Man, I'm glad I have extra dice. All right, so poison save. Pulling up my stats real quick.
We need
So-
our Cavalier back.
Yeah, we need
All
a
right.
cavalier.
So the base number with a dwarf, the saving throw, because I'm actually gonna have to use those. The +5 to saving throws means I subtract from what I need. So if it says
So-
I need a 13, I would subtract the 5, correct? And that's what I
No.
have to roll.
No. Let me see. Yes, okay, that's true. You got to roll over the number.
All right, well, then I made all 3 of them.
Oh, that's disgusting beyond words. I do 18 points of damage to you.
Oh.
So now what would you like to do, dwarf?
I'm gonna grab that ring and run.
Oh,
Okay, so you can grab the ring.
Oh, no.
And you can start running. And I can try to hit you 8 times.
Wait, don't crossbows take like 2 turns to reload?
Normally, yes, but if you have lots of crossbows,
And we're in hell, so the rules don't apply.
yeah, really. No, the rules always apply. Okay, I only hit you 2 times, 2 poison saves.
I just want you to know, chat, that was for you.
Oh,
I made both of them.
I know.
Okay, you got 20 hit points left. You're very sick, and you're moving really slow because you got poison, tons of poison running through your veins, and you start going up the stairs. And I don't think I can stop that.
I mean, I've
So-
been to Dwarven Tijuana, so I think I can handle a little poison.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Dwarvawana.
Okay, you see a strange. Okay, on the 3rd floor,
Yes.
you see a strange little gnome working at a desk writing scrolls.
Is it the same size chamber as the second level?
It's very similar to it, yes. It appears friendly. It waves at you. And it says...
Like when you say wave, is it like one of these or is it
A
like
little-
one of these?
no, a little
okay.
nice wave. Hey, hi, guys. Good to see you. And you notice there's a great big cloak behind it that's got a red spider web pattern on it.
Storycaster says the dwarf has an understanding. I just want to know who's under and who's standing.
That was good. I give him experience points, but he's not playing the game. Okay, I got to ask the dwarf, though. Are you putting on the ring?
No, I'm just carrying it.
Okay, very good.
I stuck it in my pouch.
I got to write that on the list. You guys have got a ton of stuff on this.
Let me ask Jim, did you ask it or did you gotta ask it or did you
Did you want to ask it or do you have to ask it?
I don't understand the question.
He's implying if you wanted me to put it on, it might not have been good.
Oh, I see. Well, I just had to find out if he did. You know how JR is. If
Not
he's
JR,
if he's not-
Donovia.
If he's not naked and afraid, he's not doing it right.
Does the staircase continue up?
No,
Okay. Top floor.
it ends.
Um,
Yep, right there.
We'll
and-
wave back at the gnome and hail him.
And the gnome says, "Wow, that is a very impressive sword you have there, fighter."
It's a battle axe.
No, he's talking to
Yeah,
Chrometheus.
he's talking to Chrome.
He said fighter. Chrome
Dude.
is meh.
Do you want to trade?
sorry, I dropped my signal dropped there for a second. Can you
Oh,
repeat
Yeah,
that, please?
he's the gnome said that was a very impressive sword that you had, and he'd wondered if you'd be willing to trade for it.
No, this sword's my buddy.
Okay, if you're sure, I give you a really good price.
No, I really love him. He's a good friend. He helps us out. He's more of a person than a sword.
Okay.
In the chat, in the Twitch chat, they must have caught part of my dog barking because Knight of Barsoom is saying Baldur also sings for the death of Jr.
There we go. There we go.
Can I'd like to wave at the gnome and say, pardon me, who are you? Why are you here?
I'm the gnome of the tower, and I judge souls.
Oh. Does that mean you also have the power to send them possibly back to the Red Dragon Inn? You know,
I'd be
thing?
happy to do that if you were worthy.
How do we know if we're worthy or not?
I judge you, and if you're worthy, you go, and if you aren't, you die.
Dying is bad.
What if?
What is the criteria for your judging?
Yeah, and he says something in. Let me see this language that he's using. Oh, come on, what is it?
Hold on, I gotta bring up languages.
Yeah, really. Snebulephalum. He says something in Snebulephalum that you don't understand.
That's deep gnome, correct?
Yes.
Do I get an intelligence check knowing gnomish? Because I know ancient language and local?
You can roll a 20-sided die on a 19 and 20. You're very happy.
I also speak Gnomish.
Okay. You on an 18, 19, or 20, you're very happy.
Mine is a failure, but my check normally has a +1. Is there any chance that aid is okay, still working?
No.
No, okay. So I fail with an 18.
So, dwarf, go ahead.
All right, rolling now. And I got a natural 10. So I don't know.
Yeah, okay, so you guys don't know. So he says, I'll tell you what, I will get you all to the Red Dragon Inn for that sword.
No dice.
We don't trade party members.
Then wander in hell for the rest of your lives.
All right, well, hold on. Your unkind creatures downstairs attacked us with no reason.
Did you by chance smash open the cabinet with the magic tomes?
I responded in kind to aggression put upon me.
Did you by chance smash open the cabinet with the magical tomes?
I did.
And is there a chance that maybe you stole something like the genie ring that's in there?
Stole is such a harsh word when one acquires things in trials by combat.
Yeah. Okay. I look forward to evaluating your soul.
So, this ring was in your locked cabinet and clearly has value to you. Is that not correct, Mr. Gnome?
It is clearly valuable. If you try to trade it right now, you'll be in hell for the rest of your short life.
I'm married. Isn't that the same thing?
Yeah, there we go.
Can I ask the gnome by how he would like to be addressed? This gnome of the tower.
That's a fair question. His name is
Rodney. Oh, sorry.
Ethan.
Ethan. First off, I'm a little unclear. If you're judging people whether they're worthy to return to the Red Dragon or not,
yes,
yet you're willing to trade. In essence, you're open to bribery, and isn't that actually a contrary to judging? You're basically saying that you'll put your duty. I'm assuming this is a duty that you've been honored with doing down here. You're basically saying that you will waive what is actually what you were supposed to be doing if we will give you some pretty bauble.
See, hell's a very boring place. I don't know if you've known that yet.
Right.
But so about a century ago, I started doing these little trades, and I was very happy with the result.
Yeah, but I'm trying to say, like, somewhat, who assigned you this duty to judge?
You don't want me to mention the name because he'll appear and then he'll crush you all.
So what I'm trying to say is I think you're not acting in good faith to your commission.
Yeah. Okay.
If you're willing.
So
and I'm not.
What's your point, chaotic fighter?
Well, I would say that I want to establish that that's the terms of the deal, that you're willing to pervert your commission in trade for a pretty, like the sword, right?
I think
Is that established?
Yes.
Okay. Well, now we're just haggling over price because we've established exactly who you are.
Okay.
Is there service we could perform that would be accurate or equivalency?
You know, there's a bunch of Grell down in the caverns, and they got this great big sword, and they have this great big unusual cloak. I want both.
Do you know how many Grell are down there?
38.
Well, we've killed 6 of them and turned one of them. Actually, you didn't turn it to stone. We've killed 6 of them, so it sounds like there's less.
Okay, 32.
What
Good
would
job.
you give us to aid in the destruction of the Grell for you?
Well, geez, okay. He looks over his stuff right now. He's not too happy with this. He'll give you a tome of dexterity and a tome of strength.
That's interesting.
I would like to consult the wizard Werdna Phoenix on what he thinks of that arrangement.
Okay.
So some of the scrolls from the guild I have could probably do some of the heavy hitting clean out.
And I think we've moved the party slightly away from him so we could whisper to each other.
Yeah.
And aside from standard, maybe we can find a language he might not speak, and we can communicate.
Lots of luck with that.
Yeah. So we don't even know how this judgment works or any of the details behind it.
We do know he can be bribed.
Yeah. And we know what he wants. The question is, he'll take other things. And so far, the only thing that he's asked for, we can't offer. So
I think you should just give him the sword and go to the Red Dragon Inn.
Do we know who he works for?
No. He works for a minor or major power that if he utters its name, it'll usually show up to find out what it's won, and it would eat us.
Yep, exactly. It could be a demon or a devil.
The Storycaster is saying, and don't forget, you guys have a ring that either contains or controls a djinn.
That what?
Controls or contains
He says
a
you
djinn.
have a genie ring. You could summon the genie to do something.
Why does he think that?
Because that's what they said the ring that I have was that I took from the cabinet.
The gnome said it was a genie ring.
Oh, I don't know how I totally missed that.
Yeah.
Which is why I did not put it on, because I didn't know what it was.
So choices that face us, that face the party right now. Make a deal and go to the Red Dragon Inn. We can probably bargain for something different with this gnome because, like I said, we're just haggling over price. We now know he's crooked. He's not an actual judge. So we know that we can haggle over price. We can trade him something. We can trade him the sword. Or we can perform this task for him and try to knock out 32 more Grell. Right? Or JR can slip that genie ring on and try an immediate wish that gets us out of this.
And we've been warned about the dangers of wishing by our good friend Werdna, the most excellent wizard of wizardry.
I'm just laying out the options for the party.
There's more options.
Life is a context. What options have I missed, Jim?
I can't tell you, but there's at least 2 more.
We can accept the judgment.
Right.
Would be one option.
Right. So we know we can accept judgment. We also know that we can invoke the original clause given by the undead paladin.
Yep, very good.
We can try a magic solution. We can ask to look over the contents downstairs, which might arm me up. So I do have some of your fireball options as scrolls.
We could counter offer for what he would assist us with.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if I could look through some of the arsenal downstairs. So the 2 books he's giving, that's for the volume of monsters. That's a pretty weak offering, and so
I think he should heal us too.
I don't disagree with you, Nick, that he is crooked. That doesn't mean he isn't a judge. That doesn't mean he doesn't have the power he says he could. We just don't know that answer yet.
Yeah, I concede that. I was just saying he's not a judge in the truest sense of the word.
No, you're clear. He's not no. What you mean is he's not an impartial judge.
Right.
Yeah, I bet Felix has thought of something you guys haven't thought of yet.
He's been kind of quiet. It's the Storycaster.
Really? Oh, really?
He's saying we should pimp out Phoenix and Bale.
Hey, Jim, would you give us a wisdom check to have an idea?
Okay, who has the biggest wisdom?
Me, probably.
You guys haven't thought of yet.
Way to judge the dwarf so harshly.
Kind of quiet. It's the Storycaster.
Really?
He's got a 12. I'll have you know, or a 13 intelligence. He's a smart fella.
That's not
Chrometheus doesn't have a large wisdom, obviously.
Yeah, really. So what's the wizard have?
Mine's a 16. I think Drohn's the big man on campus.
18.
Okay, so Drohn, you're gonna roll a 6-sided die on a 4, 5, or 6. Your god gives you 2 ideas.
Ooh. A 5.
Attack the gnome, or give up the stupid sword.
I turn to the group and I say very quiet. You know, I use like hand motions to kind of like back at him, and then make like a chopping motion.
Yeah.
And then I say, this is a direct quote from the most resplendent Horus. He has said, "Give up the stupid sword."
So Mr. Gnome, what family of gnomes are you from?
I'm from the Light Gnomes. The Light Gnomes. We worship a couple dark demons who would certainly revenge me if anything would happen to me.
Would happen to you? Well, why would you think such a thing?
No,
we're talking business here.
I've dealt with party members before, and I know what they're like.
Well, you haven't dealt with the Doom Seekers before.
That's true. You guys are famous in song and story.
So you could add to that song and become a part of that song. And there are 2 ways you could become a part of that song: dying gloriously in battle, which neither one of us want. Your clan needs you just like my clan needs me.
Yes.
Or you could send us home alive and hail.
Okay, so he says, fine, I'll send you home. And you're not believing a word that he just said. And this purple portal appears in the north end of the room. There you go. Just walk through there.
Yeah, but see the message that
So I would
the message that the cleric got is attack. And if we attack,
that's not the only message the cleric got.
Well, no, it was the 2 ways. If you attack and kill him, then the way home isn't with him.
But hold on.
He's lying. He's lying.
Mr. Gnome, I would gladly go through that portal if you go first.
No, I don't go through the portal. I stay here in hell. That is my punishment for being a wise ass.
You know, redemption could save you as well. Step into the light.
Boy, it'd be nice. I'd love to, but I don't think it would work.
Renounce your false demon and follow a path. I understand Horus accepts new accolades.
So you're serving here because of something you said or did long ago?
Yes, long ago.
Tell me a little bit about what happened. How were you banished?
You know, there was this beautiful succubus that I really liked a lot, and we were good for each other. And I unfortunately got her to love me, and her dad didn't like it.
You are an infinitely lovable person.
Was she, and I'm just going to say very kindly, was she your special lady?
Oh, she was so special.
Is she still your special lady?
Oh, yeah. You know, Nicole was just gorgeous beyond belief.
Oh, my gosh. Say hi, Nicole.
Hey, how's it going?
Is my Nicole there? Hi, Nicole. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Really good. We've cast you in the role of a desirable succubus now, Nicole.
I'm so flattered. Thank you.
And what do you hope happens today?
I hope you guys win again.
Oh, that is so funny when you say that. I just can't get
I
enough
hope
of
you
that.
win at D&D.
I hope you win at D&D today.
That's your line every time you show up.
That just gave you guys a +2 on everything for the rest of the adventure.
All right.
High five, Nicole.
High five.
All right. So where is she? Do you know where she's at?
No, she's in one of the 9 hells.
Okay. What if we get her back for you?
Well, that'd be great. Do you guys think you can do that?
Let me ask. Guys, wink, wink. Do we think we can do this?
Wink, wink.
No, I mean, faithfully, honestly, I'll tell you what. I'm chaos defined. If you judged me, I probably wouldn't make it. But I am also a man of my word. You shake with me right now, and I either return her to you within the year, or I give you the sword.
Okay, Walt's going to have to draw a picture of Nicole as a succubus.
So return us to the Red Dragon Inn. 1 year from now, I either walk back in here with her, or I give you the sword.
Okay. The portal turns red and he says, "Go ahead to the Red Dragon Inn."
I walk on through.
All right. What about you other boys?
I'll step through.
Okay.
I'll step through.
Oh, I'm going to step back. What's her name? Oh, it's Nicole.
Nicole!
All right.
Can't make it any easier than that, Nick.
That's right, Nicole.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Follow the boys.
All right. So you guys now you walked into the basement of the Red Dragon Inn, and all the wine barrels and beer barrels and A barrels. You guys now have a ton of experience that you've earned.
Let's divvy.
Okay, let's divvy.
So should we end the stream here, or should we sign out? Maybe assign some experience to the chat?
Yeah, really. I don't think they care.
I think the chat, each and every one of them today, earned a +3 frost brand.
There we go. Wouldn't that be nice? But no.
Thank you guys so much for showing up. Walt, take us out. We will be back Friday with a very special session. And it looks like we're going to get to play our main characters in this really exciting adventure Jim has for the beginning of Autumn Revel.
Excellent. Thanks again for tuning in to Sci-Fi Writers playing old school D&D. We really appreciate you guys coming out and throwing some love in the chat. I got to tell you, as lively and as excited as you guys get, it really helps the game kind of go through, and we really appreciate you guys showing up. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you next time.